Good afternoon, everyone. This is Councilman Michael Holmes, and I am calling to order the February meeting of the Marketing and Branding Task Force. We're just going to do a quick roll call, see who we have with us today. I am in chambers. I'm here. Also in chambers with me is City Manager Greg Ferguson, Tom Conley, and Jessica Nguyen. Councilwoman Monica Peters, are you with us remotely?
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you. Jerron Hollis, are you with us remotely? Jerron, are you with us? All right, we'll come back. Melody Burnett, are you with us remotely?
Yes, I'm here.
Melody. And Lauren Miller will be here standing in for Patrick Chapin today. So, Lauren, are you with us today? Lauren. And Ray Gibbs, are you with us remotely? All right, we'll come back. Once again, Jerron, have you joined us? Jerron Hollis?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Jerron is here. Lauren Miller?
Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm here.
All right, Lauren is here. And Ray Gibbs. Ray, have you finally joined us? No. Are there any other members of council participating remotely today?
Mr. Chairman, this is Councilmember Hudson.
Councilmember Hudson. Thank you. Any others? All right. If not, we have been called to order. The first item on our agenda today are the approval of minutes from the last session, the January 26th session. Are there any changes or updates to any to the minutes?
Move we accept, Mr. Chairman.
All right, and that is a motion by Tom Conley. Do we have a second?
Jerron Hollis, second.
All right, and there's a second by Mr. Hollis. All right, we'll call the roll. Jessica Nguyen,
Here.
you approve?
Yes, sorry.
Tom Conley?
Yes, I approve.
Lauren Miller?
Yes, I approve.
Melody Burnett?
Yes, I approve.
Jerron Hollis?
Aye.
Greg Ferguson? Councilwoman Peters?
Aye.
And I am an aye. That motion passes. Minutes are approved for the January 26th session of the Marketing and Branding Task Force. Next item on our agenda, which is the kind of the crux of this session, is to make the announcement of the Marketing and Branding Virtual Retreat. For that, I'm going to ask Mr. Hollis if he would kind of give us an update and overview of the plan as to date and what the next steps are.
Thank you, Chairman Holmes. Jerron Hollis, Communications and Public Engagement. We are in an effort to kind of cultivate and bring everything together. The idea was to have a retreat that would take place March 11th and 12th, 9 to 1 on the 11th, 9 to 3 on the 12th, if I'm not mistaken. And in that, the goal is to have some, I'm sorry. I thought I heard something. Sorry. The goal in that is to have the discussions with community stakeholders. The chair has identified some of those, and we want to, as a byproduct, figure out what the official next steps are and have some actionable information from our stakeholders as well as elected officials and staff, and kind of advance the ball, move it along so that we get to the point where we can figure out how we actually put this into place. The idea also had been to have a group that would be inclusive of the different groups in High Point, different stakeholders. And so what you should see is a larger number of participants, say, than what we have on the panel, but represented.
Jerron, are you still with us? Seems that Mr. Hollis is having some technical difficulties, but what he was saying is that we wanted to open up through a virtual setting the opportunity to bring in some different communities into this, to have maybe some breakout sessions to talk about the current state of High Point. We would possibly have by then some of the statistics back that Assistant City Manager Almedo we're collecting with the surveys, and we would get a sense of the current state from the community perspective of where High Point currently stands and what our stakeholders believe we are. And then possibly on day two, we would look at, what is the message that we want to cultivate for the future, and then start to put in some actionable steps to put together a campaign around those items. So, Mr. Hollis, are you back with us?
Mr. Chairman, I just got a text from Ray Gibbs. He is on Zoom. He can hear, but he cannot speak.
Okay. Well, good. We got Ray here with us. All right.
Mr. Chair, I lost my audio there temporarily. Might be my connection. But yes, I'm here.
Okay. Well, while you were going, I kind of stepped in to finish your thought there. And what I was saying is that we are looking at pulling from the community along with some of the data that is collected by the city, and kind of bringing that together, looking at the current state vision of High Point, and then on day two, looking at where do we want to be, and then crafting the message to be able to go forward with the data that we've collected from day one. So at this point, I really would love to kind of open up the floor to the participants and hear what you think about this plan. If there's anything that you want to add to it, we're still currently building out our participant list, and also we do have a plan to have dual facilitators. We're in discussion with two local High Pointers who prominent in the city who expressed an interest in being part of this effort. If I'll open up the floor for discussion.
This is Jessica Wynn. I did have a question, and you may not know the answer yet. That day one where we kind of talk to the stakeholders and kind of get their opinions on what they think High Point is, or the message we should be communicating. Exactly how big are those how big are the group sizes that we're pulling that information from? I'm just thinking about like the time limit. I know group discussion can easily get very lengthy.
At this point, we haven't necessarily nailed down the size of the groups. We know we don't want them to be too large. We understand how that can be detrimental in terms of time, but we do want a larger representative enough sample of the city to be able to get what we need in terms of data. So it's it will be a moderate sized group, but I think enough to be able to get us what we need in terms of information that we need, actionable information. Do we have any questions from any of our remote panelists?
I guess one question I have, and this may relate to Eric a little bit, there was a mention of the survey data, and I think we've potentially got a draft of that. Would that be in presentable form for the 11th or 12th, where somebody either from the company or we could have that presented in a format?
Actually, right here. Yeah, this is Eric Olmedo, Assistant Manager. We did receive the draft copy today. We're reviewing it. We go back and forth and make sure everything is presentation ready. I know terms of our contract do call for them to do a presentation to City Council. I'm sure we could have them also present to this group as well. We just need to coordinate that time and whatever that final form looks like.
Good. Thank you, Eric. I think if we have this ready, I think this would be, one of the key points that we would, points of data that we would need for this retreat to be able to work from. So that's good news. And we look forward to hearing what the surveys picked out.
I'll be happy to contact our consultant and get this on his schedule.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we have any other questions from our remote panelists? Mr. Hollis, since you were, you cut out there, do you have anything else that you would like to add that I may have missed? If there'll be more information forthcoming this week. Greg, Jerron, and I will schedule a meeting with you and the facilitators, and then we'll make the announcement of the participants list. Hopefully, this either end of this week or first of next week, and then all invitations will go out, and then we'll go from there. So I think this is a very quick turnaround, but I think we have a team here that's capable of putting together an event that can get us moving forward to the goal that we want to go.
Mr. Chairman, can you describe the process after this retreat? And will there be a report to the whole council, or what?
Yes.
That would be helpful, please.
Yes. So once the retreat is done, we'll compile all the notes, all the pertinent information. We'll have a full report to council, and then I would like to, in our next session in March, for the Marketing and Branding Subcommittee, report the findings to the public from the retreat. So we'll have a report to council and then report to public after the retreat.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right. If there are no other questions, I see in my packet here that we need to establish, no?
Only if you were trying to do anything with the retreat.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. All right. All right. So no, if there are no other questions, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
Moved.
All right. We have a motion made by Mr. Conley. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Councilwoman Peters.
Second, Councilwoman Peters. All right. Are there any objections to adjourning? No?